Greetings and welcome my friends. You have come over to the Rambo Side. This is Rambo First Blood, the Rakdos kill all their men deck. The aim of the deck is to control the board and wipe out the opponent with some rather painful plays. We're using some new cards from the latest set, but the key card is Judith, Carnage Connoisseur. We nicknamed her Rambo, for her ability to take out the enemy team no matter how many men they have. It's her first ability that we really want to focus on, but making 2/2 men is also great. Let's get to the deck. We kick off with End the Festivities. What are we doing with this, you ask? It's a 1-mana sweeper when we have Judith in play. Firing this off and choosing the Death Touch and Lifelink ability will decimate the enemy team. Note that it only hits the opponent's men, not ours. And the Lifelink will let us gain a bit to recover from any damages we've taken. We're using Go for the Throat as targeted removal. The same with Virtue of Persistence. It's removal early when we're trying to set up the board. The Virtue will let us get men from any grave and use them for our purposes. Seismic Wave is another spell that hits only the opponent's men. With Rambo in play, this will wipe the enemy team at instant speed. Early it can take out a 3 toughness creature and any 1 toughness men they may have. Brotherhood's End is a general sweeper of small men. Note that it will not take out any of our team except for the 2/2 tokens that are made by Rambo. We've chosen this card since it can hit the opponent in the face as well if we have a Barbed Servitor in play. The Barbed Servitor will bounce any damage he takes to the opponent's precious stone. And when he swings in for damages, we'll draw a card at the cost of 1 life. And if they block him, they'll likely take a bunch more damage than just the one he would have dealt unblocked. When it enters play, it becomes suspected, so don't plan on being able to block with this guy. We have no way to clear him of being a suspect too, but that's not the focus of the deck. Invasion of Karsus is another sweeper that dishes out 3 damage to all men in play. It'll clear out the small men, and if we flip it later, it turns into a 4/4 beater that hits the opponent for 2 with every spell we play. We're kind of heavy in the 5-mana slot, but all these cards are worth it. We have the Dark Knight making an appearance. He's an undying source of damage with evasion and lifelink. The discard also helps limit the opponent's options once we start swinging in. Deadly Cover-Up is a black sweeper that can exile a card from the opponent's grave and exile all copies of it from their hand, library, and grave. This is a great reset button if we've fallen behind and need to clean up the board. Our men will perish as well, but the Dark Knight can come back and the Barbed Servitor will laugh off the destruction. Judith is our key card. She'll make the enemy teams pay dearly with her ability to take out entire squads. Rambo, as we like to call her, is a tough cookie. Once we've killed off the enemy team, we can start making 2/2 tokens that will deal 2 damage to the opponent when they die. Rambo is an absolute killer. We also have a pair of copies of Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. Rakdos is a big brute in the sky. His card draw is fantastic, and if the opponent sacrifices non-land permanents it makes them easier to beat. We are playing 2 Plaza of Heroes. These are great at keeping Rambo alive long enough to end the game. And if we need to, the Plaza can also be used on Rakdos and the Dark Knight. Rakdos Legends. Baby. We have 1 Field of Ruin for taking out a pesky land that might be giving us trouble. We have my lounge here as well. It's the Grixis land, which works for us since it provides us our colors if we need it, or it can be cycled in case we're flooded or need another card. We're playing 3 Restless Vents, the Rakdos man land. It comes into play tapped, but if the board is clear we can use it to get some damage in. Plus we can cycle a card with it when it attacks. Raucous Theater is up next. It's the new Rakdos dual land that lets us surveil 1 when it enters play. We have 4 Haunted Ridge, a Rakdos dual. Then 3 mountains and 4 swamps. After turn 2 we have a total of 10 lands that enter play tapped. It might sound like too many, but on the other hand we are hardly ever color screwed. Playing the deck is easy and fun. Early game, try to use any of our sweeper cards to keep the board clear. Always look for ways to kill multiple men with only 1 card. We don't have a lot of card draw, so maximize each card put on the stack. If something is too big, we have Go for the Throat. Getting to the mid game is where we start to take over. Barbed Servitor is great when you have a sweeper to follow up with on the next turn. Wipe out the enemy team, deal 3 or more damage, then get card draw. The pain ramps up when we get Rambo down. Then suddenly, all our small sweepers that hit only the enemy team are board wipes that affect only the opponent. The one thing I've considered changing is taking 1 Barbed Servitor out and putting in 1 more Seismic Wave. There have been times where I've gotten 2 or 3 Servitors and it's been too many. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
We're taking on Royalty. This is a monarch, but he doesn't have a name. We start with a surprise 4-lander. We've even got our combo in hand. We can't say no. Keep. Two planes means they're giving off the mono white smell. Sweaty men in armor that's a bit too tight. And moist, smelly gym socks that have long since expired. Our land gives us a peek at another board wipe after we drop Rambo. Yes, we'll keep that on top. We might need it in a couple of turns. These mono white men reproduce with themselves, don't they? We're set up to fire off our Seismic Wave, but who should we hit? The veteran has to go at some point. The paratrooper could be annoying as well. We have to respond to Mural or we won't be able to fire off our wave. At this point I think we should take out the paratrooper. We'll take the hit this turn and likely on their next turn as well. We draw into an invasion. That's perfect for cleaning up their token and veteran. We'll only have Mural to worry about. And any other men that they drop. To my surprise, they don't add to their board. We'll go ahead and drop Ghost Rider. He should draw us a card when we send him in. We'll want to get an untapped land, that way we can drop Rambo and fire off of Festivities. That's a 7-point hit and we'll go down to 5. All we need is an untapped land and we can ruin their day. Check that out, boys. Let's plant Rambo on the battlefield and end their festivities. We're not even going to give them a chance to block. We pack the bus to Chomp City with their men. Smell you later, chumps. That was nice, indeed. Thanks, lol. Another mural. I thought she was already on the bus. No? We'll go in. Another land would be great. I'd like to send mural packing and drop Rakdos this turn. But it doesn't look like we can do both. Getting rid of mural is a must. This time around we'll make a 2/2 token. They go with another siege veteran, but we have removal for it. There will be no comebacks for mono white. Our removal also gets us another 2/2 token. We'll send the team, the tokens will go after the invasion. Rambo and Ghost Rider will punch face. The smite is perfect removal for a token, but they're too far behind on board. And we've got so much more ammo lined up for any men they might have. Rakdos and Squad are lethal. They need Depopulate or Sunfall. But they don't have it. It's GG's. This is Ghosto. Don't worry bro, we'll make you a ghost, lol. We get a 3-lander. It's got a removal and a 4-mana wipe. This should work for us. The removal and wipe should get us to the mid to late game. Keep. They look like more mono white. Whatever they're planning, they'll have to do it without this guy. He becomes just another victim. They take a turn off, which is just fine, as we can use the time to build up our land count. They are artifact white apparently. The card to watch out for will the Thousand Moon Smithy. We'll drop Ghost Rider and get to drawing cards. We're also set up with a sweeper if we need it, and it will damage Ghosto too. A Phyrexian Vindicator is rather scary. Luckily we have Deadly Cover Up in hand. We'll wipe away their board. It's only unfortunate we don't have cards in the grave to collect evidence, or we'd send all their Vindicators on a permanent vacation from this game. We send Ghost Rider in for a hit, then fire off the cover up. Ghost Rider says that tickles. But their Vindicator goes down for the count. Static Net is their removal of choice then. We have no way of getting Ghost Rider back. On curve, we drop Rakdos. They do have permanents they can sacrifice that won't give us Ghost Rider back, but they choose to give us cards instead. Good choice bro. Another Static Net eats up our commander. At some point they will run out of Static Nets. Let's go with our Virtue this turn. They have a pair of men that are willing to come to the shark side. A Skrelv would have been strong early. Now it's just a road bump for the bus that's taking him to Chomp City. Maybe they haven't discovered Thousand Moon Smithy. We'll clean up just their board. Vindicator will laugh off the damage and send it at their face. Getting walloped by your own men never looks good. Let's see how they recover from this bad spot. They sack a land. And get an easy to kill off Angel. Options are running out, am I right? We'll get Skrell from their grave, and just like that their head explodes. GG's. This is General Bulk. He's big and bulky. He should have named himself the Incredible Bulk. LOL. We get a 2-lander heavy with sweepers. We do have a theater that can let us take a PK the next card. That should help us get to 3 mana. Keep. Do what now? I thought we were going first. Oh wait, that's that new ley line. They're on 5 color control or domain. What do you do with the extra copies of the ley line? Those will be dead draws. Right? We'll kick things off with our theater, and right there on top is a land. Let's keep it on top. Domain and 5 color control are very slow to start, and oftentimes they are waiting around to react to what their opponents do. A firebrand? I thought those were only ever used by mono red. I suppose it's alright in domain. The problem is it's still only got 1 toughness, and even pumped it can only get to 3 toughness. Which is what our fiery sweepers dish out. The question is, do we knock it off the board now or wait until later? I think we'll wait. It's not a significant threat at the moment. I haven't seen a Weather Seed treaty in a long time. I am not impressed by their card choices. We'll take the 3-point hit. It's no big deal. Hey now, that will make their Firebrand an 8/6. Let's not go there, bro. I guess this is supposed to be domain aggro lol. This was a timely draw. We'll take out their token and it will leave the treaty with 0 men to pump. Sorry. We'll land Ghost Rider, and just like that he gets taken out. Sure, bro. A case of the Shattered Pact. I was wondering if they played that. They're kind of light on men. It's like they couldn't decide between domain aggro or control. Let's try our luck with Rakdos. I'm afraid he'll end up under. Oh, yeah, there it is. Under an enchantment. We've gotten to 7 mana, so we'll drop our Virtue. Their Firebrand is the only thing we can get back. For now. Let's see if they end up using removal on their own man. Oh wow, a dancer. I used to love that guy. Let's be honest though. He'll look so much better on our side. The shark side. Unfortunately, this will be a pretty big hit. Ouch. That hurt a little bit. Now we have to kill off the dancer. Once it's in the grave, we can get him back. The first step, dish out 3 damage to all men on board. Then another 3. These guys and their stuff to take care of stuff. That's 3 bindings down, only 1 left. General bulk. Rambo is coming. All their precious men don't stand a chance. Better get another binding. We want to flip our invasion, that's the best way to ramp up damage. We get our elemental. Life totals will go down much faster this way. I was nervous about activating our land, but if they haven't done anything about Rambo, they might not have much left in the tank. Rip my poor land, at least they haven't killed off Rambo or our elemental. A scamp is all they have? They have the power of all 5 colors, but they're playing washed up mono red men. If you're planning on putting together a 5-color deck soon, don't use General Bulk's example. We have so many ways of killing off their scamp. The only thing we can't do is use a Brotherhood's end. That will damage our men, and the scamp can ping the last point of damage to Rambo. Go for the throat, the wave, or end the festivities are the only options. Another scamp, lol. Their choice of men is absolutely horrible. We'll go with the festivities this time. That should just about do it. Note that we passed the turn here, even though we could have fired off a Brotherhood's end and blasted them for 4 damage from the tokens when they die. It's all good though, we've got more pain than they have life. GG's. This is Zach-E lol. We'll see who's laughing at the end. This 3-lander is all anger at the opponent. A removal and Rambo's favorite sweepers. I'm pretty sure we can keep this. It's a lot of firepower. Keep. More mono white? Is this mono white day and I didn't get the memo? I hope they can deal with lots of removals, lol. We'll snipe their 2/2 unicorn. We're fine taking 1 damage during their turn. Oh wow, it is mono white. Delny, I thought we were friends. What are you doing over there, bro? We have to snipe our friend Delny. It's a sad shame, but we can't have him operating for the other team. More angry little men. And amazingly they are down to just one card in hand. I can't imagine this is a good strategy. Seismic Wave on their Vigilance flyer will also take out the Lunar Veteran. 2-for-1s are such a blow to the opponent. Especially when they are low on cards. Yeah, don't worry bro, take your time. It's not like we're trying to get this game done in a timely fashion. Just sit there and look at your 2 cards, lol. Do you think he's giving up? Did he go for a lunch break? Did he see his life flash before his eyes? I think he went to go cry in his soup. It needed salt anyways. GG's.